Welcome to the streaming music lesson. Streaming music is quickly becoming the primary way we consume music, from on-demand streaming sites like Spotify and SoundCloud to algorithm-based platforms like Pandora and Slacker. It's where we're going as an industry. In this lesson, we're going to talk about the providers and get you started doing your streaming assignment. With music streaming platforms, we have two main types of streamers. We have the lean-back streamers and the lean-forward streamers. The lean-back streamers are similar to radio. They allow the listener to type in a song or artist, and the streamer curates the playlist for them. The listener does not have to interact with the platform much in lean-back listening. Lean-forward listening, on the other hand, requires the listener to be more involved with listening. The listener typically has to create their playlist or choose a specific playlist that they like. They can click on a song and play it, and they can search for an artist and play entire albums. This is a very different experience than the lean-back listeners. Most people are lean-back listeners. However, most streamers are going for the lean-forward platform approach. Concerning internet radio, we have interactive radio and non-interactive radio. Interactive radio is defined as a platform that allows on-demand access to particular artists or songs. The statutory license does not apply in interactive radio play. Instead, a direct license must be obtained from the copyright holder. So YouTube and Spotify are both interactive services. They create partnerships or contracts with copyright holders. They work a deal with that copyright holder to pay sound recording royalties directly. Non-interactive radio is the exact opposite. They mimic a radio broadcast. In the United States, the radio lobbyists have fought against paying sound recording royalties to artists, so commercial radio stations like the FM stations you listen to in your car do not pay artists. However, in the 90s, when the internet was released to the masses, under government regulation, the performing rights organization called SoundExchange was created to collect royalties for artists that get internet radio play. So non-interactive stations like iHeartRadio and Pandora pay both SoundExchange for the artist and the regular PROs like ASCAP and BMI for the publishers and the songwriters. This is done under the statutory license. To read more about these license types and laws, just check out soundexchange.com. As you can see here from your reading this week, most listeners at the bottom there are lean-back listeners. They are older with mainstream taste and later technology adopters. However, you can see that most streamers cater to all of the other music listeners because they offer so many interactive features like playlist and share buttons. So you have active fans that are younger with niche taste, and they are early technology adopters. Then you have the core enthusiast, which is a high mix of younger males with mainstream taste. And then the indie followers, which is a high mix of older males. You can see in the chart that the two top sections called active fans and core enthusiast are the lean-forward listeners that would be likely to use Spotify and YouTube, while the lower two sections, the indie followers and lean-back listeners, are more likely to go for Pandora and regular radio. So that's a breakdown for music fans for you. All right, so Pandora has had a lot of trouble with music companies and royalty payouts in the past. They pay higher royalties than most lean-back streamers. They were the first here in the United States, the first streamer. They paved the way for so many others. They make money from the subscription service that they offer, and also they make money off of advertising revenue from the platform. The problem is the royalty expense that they pay out are based on content acquisition. In other words, as you listen to the music, they have to keep paying royalties for every single stream. So the more active the users are, the more royalties that they have to pay out. So they have to do more advertising and get more subscriptions, and then use the "Are you still listening" feature to make sure that they aren't paying out money when music is not being listened to. Another solution for them has been to expand as a company. They bought Next Big Sound, the music analytics company, recently in 2015. As I was just saying, Pandora pays SR royalties to SoundExchange, unlike regular broadcast radio. They pay nothing to artists, the regular broadcast radio, as you can see at the bottom there. And then satellite radio, on the second bullet point there, pays some SR royalties, but not as much as Pandora does. Satellite is considered more of a regular broadcaster rather than a streamer. Pandora pays 56% of their revenue that they make to SoundExchange, while Satellite pays 9% of their revenue to SoundExchange, and the royalty rate differences are being discussed in Congress as an ongoing issue under government regulation. SoundExchange is trying to get artists paid for radio play. If you're interested in keeping up with the sound recording laws, I suggest following the hashtag FairPlayFairPay on Twitter. That's the hashtag right there. Or you can follow the SoundExchange blog. Visit soundexchange.com for updates. In this assignment, you're going to do some research on one of the streaming platforms. You will choose a platform and then research each of these 10 points. The second point you can see is called ownership. This question focuses on the types of owners or founders of the company. You will have 3 types of music business owners typically. Either financial people that focus on the business as a profit center, music industry people that focus on the music and the artist, or technology people that have a background in technology platforms. When you do your research, please tell us about the owners. What type of owners are they? What is their industry background? Are they technology people? Are they music industry people? Or are they financial people? If you research a new company or a new platform, you may have to look at projections for the annual revenue, and the annual revenue is 0.3. So just tell us what you find if this is a brand new platform that's just coming out or something. You might not really find too much on the numbers. It would probably just be projections if it's brand new. And they might be basing it off of some of the other ones like Spotify or Pandora. So concerning point 5, how do artists get on the platform? Tell us if they go through an aggregator like CD Baby, or if they have to be with maybe a major distributor, or if you go through a direct submission and review process with the company. You'll notice some of them do that, like Pandora, for instance. All right, good luck with the assignment, everyone, and let me know if you need anything.